the Marsabit Governor, Busia Governor, Sospita Ojamong, Migori Governor, Okoth Obado, Trans Nzoia Governor, Patrick Hayamba, Kisumu Governor, Jack Ranguma, Kericho Governor, Paul Chepkon, Bungoma Governor, Kenneth Lusaka, and the new Governor for Nyeri County, Samuel Omadhai. Those are the pallbearers this morning, right now opening up the casket to get started with the viewing of the body there. So the residents of Nyeri will also be allowed to view the body of Nderitu Gachagua. The family has made it clear that they are inviting everybody to be part of this funeral procession. So not just at the Lee Funeral Home, but even during the burial at his home in Nyeri County. So this is an event that is open to the public.
And yeah, live footage coming from Lee Funeral Home. What is just about to begin right there is the viewing of the late governor for Nyeri, Nderitu Gachagua. And we can see a number of governors right there. There is the Kiambu governor, William Kavogo, who was also part of the pall-bearing team. And of course, space that right there might be a little bit of a challenge, and our cameraman doing his best. Congratulations to him. He's really done a good job. And there is the casket bearing the body of the late Nderitu Gachagua. Viewing to begin anytime now. And of course, we do know that the plans are to have the funeral on Monday at 11 a.m. And this is going to be in Nyeri. Shortly, we're also going to be crossing over to Nyeri, where we'll speak to our reporter, Caro Nderi, who's going to be giving us an update and basically talking to some of the residents of Nyeri and what their feeling is right now. A very difficult time for the residents of Nyeri, but also for the family as well. And we can see the flag of Kenya right there covering the casket. And we do have the casket open for viewing. But of course, discretion is advised. There are those who may not be very comfortable viewing that. So and this is live. So in case that just happens to appear, please exercise caution. And we are giving that warning right now and disclaimer right now so that if anybody is not comfortable to view, these are live images and sometimes that may come as not arranged. But also talking about leadership and you know, the Constitution and the fact that this has brought to light the fact that if a sitting governor dies in office, yes, there is the provision that the deputy governor takes over, just like we have seen in Nyeri, but what happens to the position of deputy governor?
Mm-hmm. So the guidance to that is in Article 182 of the Constitution, which is very clear that you could also have a situation where actually both the governor and the deputy governor are not able to perform their function. The Speaker of the County Assembly is expected to step in. So I think by way of, if we go by what we call purposive interpretation of the Constitution, the Speaker could temporarily probably step in right now to deputize the governor because of that situation was not envisaged. But I believe there are elaborate provisions in the County Act, County Government Act on that succession planning. But so far, I think the Constitution was a bit silent on that, but it sort of insinuates that if the governor is not able to function or perform those functions, if the deputy also is not able to do those functions, then the Speaker can step in, but then it envisages a situation where an election has to take place. But I think in this particular case, I think we need to look at the County Government Act and see whether it has those elaborate provisions.
Because a few lawyers, the likes of Tom Agenda, had initially mentioned that there's really no elaborate procedure even within the County Governments Act. And you know, that's why there's that confusion as to what's happening, who's going to be appointed. Will you have to appoint one of the CECs to step into that position?
Yeah, I'm hoping, Michelle, that as our democracy grows, we will not find need to over-legislate and over-procedurize everything. Certain countries have very vague or very broad statements in the Constitution. The nitty-gritties of how, who, when, and what are things that we can work out without being too much reliant on laws, okay? Because some of these things, surely, in terms of the age of our democracy, I can understand that we want laws for this, we want regulations for this, and it is part of the problem in this country, that for every issue and for every challenge that we are facing, we imagine that the solution is in the law. I think we are one of the highly legislated countries in the world. I don't know, Dr. Ekuru is going to tell us.
What alternative is
and
there?
Yet, the alternative is just good manners, like Dr. Ekuru is saying.
Which we've established is a big issue in the country.
Yeah, Chapter 6 of the Constitution is enough to guide all of us if we